Again, anyone coming in, feel free to grab a snack, a drink, before the state of play video starts. Supposed to be around like 30 minutes long. I have not watched it yet. I have not been spoiled of anything. So I will be reacting to whatever they show. PlayStation Direct. Yeah. Hey, Claybird. That's basically what it is. I'm doing good. How are you? After we're done with the state of play, I'm going to be playing the recent demo release for System Shock Remake. It's the final demo release before the game launches. I'm really excited for the System Shock Remake, so that should be really interesting. And then after I'm done with playing that demo, I'll be back to Skyrim VR. Gonna try to keep going until around like 8 or 9 p.m. Pacific. It is currently 4:14 right now. We'll see how much of the stream ends up being System Shock and how much ends up being Skyrim after this. I might talk a little bit about the state of play stuff after the video is over. Just like as I have ideas of things to talk about. Probably mostly Skyrim. Have you seen what's in the System Shock demo? I don't know what's in the System Shock demo. I've been keeping myself in the dark about both the Sony State of Play and the System Shock demo. You're assuming it's short? Yeah. I think the previous demo was like 15 to 30 minutes long. Oh, here we go. It's about to start. State of play. What's going on with you? What you doing, Sony? Oh yes, that console I can't buy.
Developments in your future. Shocking events that will change the course of
DLC for Crash 4.
That last part might have been a hair dramatic, but there's lots of awesome updates and additions coming to the Crash Bandicoot 4 It's About Time experience on PlayStation 5. Hey everyone, I'm Lou Studdard, creative producer at Toys for Bob. I'm here to give you the feature rundown on Crash Bandicoot 4 on PS5. That includes 4K at 60 frames per second, adaptive triggers, 3D audio, and more.
Let's make this fun.
Boy, all these features are nice. If I could get them on a console I could actually
Crash
play.
Bandicoot 4 It's About Time. We find the evil masterminds Neocortex and Dr. Entropy escaping a once-thought inescapable interdimensional prison, leaving giant holes in the universe. What follows is a mind-bending adventure for Crash and his marsupial
I
pals.
still need to get this game.
We designed
I
Crash
really
Bandicoot
like
4 to
Crash
leap off your
Bandicoot. I've
screen,
just never been
brimming with
super
bold,
into it.
Vibrant environments and characters. Crash
Not as
Bandicoot
much as
has always
Spyro
looked
the
pretty
Dragon.
suave. But wait until you see him spinning heads in native 4K at 60 frames per second. With the weight of the universe on your shoulders, and probably some errands to run, there's little time to wait on loading screens. The DualSense wireless controllers bring adaptive triggers to your fingertips, so you can feel the blast of Neocortex's DNA-changing ray gun, or feel the grip when you grapple a Tana's hookshot. Hold on tight when you feel the boost of Crash's jetboard, and really feel the suck when you vacuum his Dingo Dial. Looking to get fully immersed in the Crash Bandicoot universe? Crank it up to 11 and take your audio into an all-new dimension with enhanced 3D audio.
I feel the suck. That's a good one.
Achieving the infamous 106% completion is the sign of a true Bandicoot master.
With the
But should our
adaptive triggers,
genetically
you
mutated
will
marsupial
feel when
lose his
Crash
way?
Bandicoot decides to
Leverage
do the
PlayStation
Fortnite
5
dances that all the
activity
kids
cards
love.
to track your progress and hit your goals for things like time trials, flashback levels, and boss fights. I bet Entropy wishes he had that. Even bring your incomplete save over from the PlayStation 4 and use the activity cards to get to 106%. Oh, and one more thing. If you own the PS4 version of the game, an upgrade option is available. Check out the PlayStation blog for full details. Whether it's
Good.
your
It
first
should be a
playthrough
free
or
upgrade
your
for every
100th,
game that's on the
there's no better
PlayStation
time to
4.
experience Crash Bandicoot 4 It's About Time on PlayStation 5.
Wait, no, they only said that there was an upgrade option. They didn't say it was free.
Welcome back,
It's
Crash.
Activision.
The
You know
game's
it's
all
not going to be
here
free.
on today's new edition of State of Play. We've got some great updates lined up for you. First, let's check out the latest on an eagerly anticipated game coming to the PS5 console this spring from PlayStation Studios.
Hey everyone, we at Housemarque are excited to give you this sneak peek at Returnal.
Oh,
In
Returnal.
Returnal,
I remember
you will
that.
play as Celine, an Astra scout who crash lands on an alien
was shown off
planet,
last E3.
Atropos,
Well,
after receiving
not
a
E3,
mysterious signal,
State of
White
Play.
Shadow. Players will explore this inscrutable, dark planet in search for answers and unfold mysteries, which may point to a larger force at play. Dashing and quickly maneuvering your way above and around enemies is key to survival in Returnal.
So, like, Dark Souls mixed with a third-person Doom 2016. Got it. That's what it looks like to
With
me.
the large variety of enemies and the vast number of unique movesets each possess, combat situations prove challenging no matter what the circumstances are. Death is only the beginning. Every
Face
time
Groundhog
you
Day.
die and restart, the world will change. The map will be different, enemies will appear in new locations and in differing numbers, so you have to think fast and adapt. Here you can see the use of the lightning alt-fire, which is great for crowd control. This is one of many alt-fires that you can acquire in the game. You will stumble across mysterious devices that can grant rewards to the player. These will vary from weapons, consumables, and upgrades, and they can completely change your playstyle and make each cycle feel unique. Besides the intense combat, Returnal also has a deep and engaging narrative. We allow players to piece together the puzzle
it?
that is the story of Celine, as they venture deeper and deeper into Atropos and into her
How
personal
deep and
life.
engaging is the narrative? Because I'm assuming that there's only one character throughout
That
most of the
can't be
game.
here. I think I am reliving my memories in that house, but
Considering they haven't shown
fully.
any other characters.
they're corroded. Some parts are missing, others seem manufactured.
We had an abusive
But
childhood.
I can remember
That's gonna be the plot twist.
torment, feeling like I was losing my mind. There's no comfort here. No safe space.
No safe space. Hashtag no safe space.
Exactly as I left it.
Honestly, that's probably going to be their advertising campaign. Hashtag no safe space. Returnal.
Returnal lands on April 30th, and it's developed by the talented team at Housemarque. Next, let's take a closer look at a high-impact new PS4 game called Knockout City.
Oh, look! It's Battle Royale Dodgeball. Battle Royales need to die.
Hi, I'm Josh from Bellin Studios. We're an indie developer based in upstate New York, and we recently announced Knockout City, a team-based multiplayer
It's gonna
action
last
game
as
for
long as
PS4 where
Ninjala
rival
on the
crews settle their
Switch.
scores with epic dodgeball battles.
The chat box is kind
Knockout
of
City is
covering the
easy to
screen a
pick
lot.
up
Let
and
me
play,
decide.
but there's a lot of depth here for those who've got the skills. In our 1v1 face-off mode, you'll go head-to-head in a constantly shrinking battleground, relying on your reflexes and abilities to knock out an opponent. A well-timed catch powers up the ball, making it easier to land a hit. Use trick shots to lob a ball over a ledge or hook it
That a little
around
better?
corner.
Can you still read the text?
Fake a throw to mess up your opponent's timing and knock them out before they can recover. When you're in a tough spot with
Mostly
a
the
ball
chat
flying
box is
your
for
way, a
like
last-second dodge
people
is the
who
difference
weren't
between getting
watching
knocked
it
out and
live,
staying in
so
the
they
fight.
can see what
Keep
what
your
I'm
wits about
reacting
you
to.
and outplay your opponent to bring home a win.
You can barely read the text.
Let's jump into Team KO, our 3v3 mode.
Let me
Teamwork
find a
makes the
happy.
dream work in Knockout City. If your crew is outmatched, a well-coordinated team can still dominate. We're playing in Back Alley Brawl, a new map that you'll find in our upcoming crossplay beta. The special ball for this match is the Sniper Ball, which locks onto targets from far across the map and wham! You can take them out before
You mean
they have
take
a
away
chance
the
to
opaque?
react. Beyond special balls, each map features a
away the
unique
opaque.
mechanic. In Back Alley Brawl,
that.
you can hop into a tube and make a quick getaway, or use them to sneak up on your opponents. Caught empty-handed? You can literally become the ball, a new weapon for your teammate. Or risk it all. Charge up a teammate, launch them high into the air with an ultimate throw, and they'll land in a huge instant KO explosion.
75% good. That way you can kind of
The
see
team
what's
here at
underneath
Velen
it.
has been obsessed with building this world over the last 4 years. Knockout City is coming out May 21st, and we'd love your help in our final stretch of development. Rally your crew and sign up for our crossplay beta at knockoutcity.com.
That's actually probably
to
way
play
better.
early on PlayStation.
Keep it from
See you
being
soon,
opaque.
Brawlers.
It's an EA original, so you know they're gonna monetize the hell out of it.
Time for something new. Here's your first look at an upcoming PS5 game from the team at Slow Clap.
Slow clap. Oh, it's not spelled like slow clap. Okay. It's gonna be a martial arts game. That'd be interesting. It's the hallway fight from Daredevil. Cell-shaded sleeping dogs. Hey, I'd welcome that. It's been a while since Sleeping Dogs came out. Honestly, I still haven't played Sleeping Dogs. I should get around to that sometime. I have the definitive edition on PC. There's a lot of games I need to get to, though. Reminds you of single player
That was the
Absolver.
debut of Sifu,
I haven't
coming
played
to the
Absolver
PS5
yet either.
console
I
later
have that
this
on
year.
PS4.
Now let's get an update on Solar Ash, an epic new PS5 adventure from Heart Machine.
That one looks pretty cool. Reminds me of like Fury. You didn't like Absolver all that much? I didn't even know that Absolver had a single player mode. That's probably part of the reason why I never
Hey
played
everyone, I'm Alex Preston.
I thought it was
creative
just
director of Heart
multiplayer.
Machine. You might know us as the team behind Hyperlight Drifter. Today, I'm here to show you the first peek at gameplay for our new title, Solar Ash. Solar Ash is a huge, stylish 3D platformer focused on speed, movement,
I
and
love
fluidity.
cell shading.
The game is set inside a giant black hole known as the Ultra Void,
And I love
which has been
cyberpunk
consuming
and
everything in its
sci-fi
path.
aesthetics.
You play as Ray, a daring void runner who has decided to venture into this terrifying anomaly as a last-ditch effort to save her homeworld. Ray is extremely agile,
Absolver's
able to speed
like Dark
across the world
Souls.
with abilities akin to skating. On the ashen clouds, she can quickly cover great
Should really check it
distances
out
in her
then.
huge world.
I've seen like nobody ever play
At
it.
its core, Solar Ash is
So
a
I
game
had no
about
clue what
movement,
it's like.
and Ray has everything she needs to flow through the dangerous and unique world.
I just heard that it had a lot of brawling and melee mechanics. Dark Souls, but with Kung Fu.
As you journey to save your planet,
Interesting.
you'll find yourself face to face with grotesque and violent creatures. Our combat system is simple, fast, and fluid, built to empower players and encourage flow. As you explore the Ultra Void, enemy encounters will scale to greater and greater sizes. Some of these creatures require speed and precise timing to defeat.
Kind of reminds me of Risk of Rain too.
Ray will
I know
eventually
I'm just
need
like
to face
listing
the
off
massive
games that it
sentinels of this
looks
void.
aesthetically like.
Wretched, starved beasts that hold the key to her quest.
And it looks a little bit like Journey, but I mean, that's Annapurna games for you. Yeah, this is the
Solar
same
Ash is
development
Heart Machine's
team as
vision
Hyper
for the
Light
adventure
Drifter.
platformer. The giant spaces, the feel of movement, the flow of
Publishers
combat, and the
Annapurna, who
high-stakes
did,
battles atop enormous
well, they
beasts
published
all come together to bring
the
players
PC
something
version
we
of
think is
Journey
incredibly
and,
unique, and more
Ashen.
importantly, fun. This game is a labor of love for everyone on the Heart Machine team. We're excited to bring Solar Ash to PS5 and PS4 later this year.
PlayStation 5 version can
If
wait.
you're a fan of
Nobody
scary
owns that.
games, this next one is for you.
Silent Hill?
When I first found you, you were nothing. You were small, pathetic. But now, you are more. Are you ready?
Furry mascots are the new clowns. Oh, it's literally a Five Nights at Freddy's. Okay. Like I was saying, furry mascots are the new clowns. They're gonna be used in horror movies and horror games for like forever until you get fucking tired of it. I already am. They did like a horror take on like the Banana Split show, I think. And there was like Wild Willies, which I think was like the Nicolas Cage movie that came out recently.
They won't stop hunting you. None of them will stop hunting you.
Oh, at least this one actually looks like a game.
We have to get you out by morning.
Rather than a freaking slideshow where you only have two positions.
You will bring me what I want, and if you fail me, then you will. Both of you.
This is basically like Alien Isolation, but with Five Nights at Freddy's. I can dig this. I dig this more than the rest of the Five Nights at Freddy's franchise.
There's more going on here than you realize.
Security breach, is that what they're calling it? Or is it Five Nights at Freddy's security breach? Okay, Five Nights at
That
Freddy's
was a
security breach.
chilling new look at Five Nights at Freddy's security breach. Up next, let's take a tour of Oddworld Soulstorm.
Soulstorm! I love Oddworld.
Hi, I'm Lorne Lanning, Creative Director at Oddworld Inhabitants. Today,
Hi,
I'm going
Lorne.
to take you on a brief tour of our newest game, Oddworld Soulstorm.
They've always known you would come. Do you know why you have?
In Soulstorm, you reprise the role of Abe, accidental hero turned unlikely leader of an emerging revolution. As you do battle through weird and wonderful environments,
This is
in an
the
effort to
super
escape the
enhanced
all-powerful
remake
and eternally
of
greedy Gluckins.
Abe's
We really wanted to bring
Exodus?
this
Was that
world
the
to
second
life
one?
with what we call 2.9D platforming, which adds much more depth and immersion for the player. This sense of connection is also reinforced through the use of the DualSense's haptic feedback, as you'll now be able to feel Abe's heartbeat in high alert and suspenseful situations.
Because there was an Abe's Odyssey
There
remake
are well
on the
over 1,000
PlayStation
fellow
3.
Wadokans that you must try to save along the way. But they are far more than helpless workers looking to be saved. When used effectively, you'll be able to solve puzzles, harness their combined energy, and be given the tools they need to fight alongside you. And there will be times when the extra hands will be needed as you face off against an array of heavily armed enemies that will stop at nothing to find and end Abe once and for all. In order to stand a chance against this much larger threat, we gave Abe the ability to scavenge, loot, and pickpocket items from his surroundings and use them to craft an impressive arsenal of his own that he can share with others. You can also play as a non-lethal pacifist or an agent of chaos. We wanted you to have the choice. But there is one
Hey, it's
iconic
Oddworld.
ability for
Yeah, I love
protagonist,
Oddworld.
Possession. This mystical power allows you to take control of your foes and use their
One of the
strengths
classic
and weapons
PlayStation
against them, or
1
use them to gain
franchises that I
access
always
to
loved
paths
growing up.
still ahead.
That and Legacy of Kain.
The Oddworld universe is a diverse place, and this means that there are some environments and situations that require a little more
They need to
thought,
bring back
patience,
Legacy of
and
Kain.
stealth. You'll find dark and dangerous caves, heavily guarded industrial sites, and ancient forgotten lands. Here, we've built lots of opportunities for you to test your skills and find different ways to handle things.
Don't really care for
It
Oddworld.
won't be easy. If being hunted by
I'll
an
admit
army
I don't
backed
like
by a
the
shady and
side-scrolling
wealthy organization
platformers as
isn't
much.
bad
I liked
enough,
Munch's
there
Odyssey
are also
and
more dangers in the forms of natural
Stranger's Wrath
obstacles,
better.
ancient traps, trials against swarming dark
I'm
creatures,
not big on
and industrial
cinematic
hazards that
side-scrolling
must be
platformers.
dodged, crossed, and avoided. Ultimately,
Too
Abe's
hard for
journey
me.
is one of hope, freedom, and truth. There's a rich and engaging narrative
But
to
still,
discover
I
in a
love seeing
world full
Oddworld
of
back.
lies, and we've been able to bring our characters to life like never before. In true Oddworld fashion, your actions in-game will decide the fate of Abe and all those you manage to liberate along the way. And we can't wait to see what you will do.
Stranger's Wrath is just
That
such
was
a
the
unique
latest
game.
on Oddworld Soulstorm. And here's some exciting news. Active PlayStation Plus members will get the PS5 version for no extra cost starting in April. PS5 version for no extra cost starting in April. Moving on.
PS5 version for
it's
no
time
extra
to catch
cost
up with
starting in
Kena,
April.
Bridge of
PS5
Spirits,
version
a
at no
gorgeous
extra
new
cost
adventure
starting
we
in
last saw
April.
in the June PS5 showcase.
What was this one called? Kino or something? Not Kino's Journey, because that's an anime. A really good anime.
The rats seem quite fond of you. They're usually timid. Something tells me you did not come to our village looking for forest creatures.
Hello, Spirit. I seek passage to the Sacred Mountain Shrine.
Honestly, I find it super refreshing for them to like try and have another like kids platforming game. It's been forever since there's been a good one for PlayStation. Knack was okay, but I mean, Knack was more of like a tech demo. Ooh, this one has a combat system with the platforming. Color me intrigued.
Trapped spirits linger here, tangled in the tragedies of our past.
So I guess it's more like a kid-friendly take on God of War.
It's okay. You have to go now.
That's what it seems like to me. And by that I mean the 2016 God of War? Or was it 2018? I don't remember what year things come out. I get most games on sale years later.
You must move on.
That's... I was gonna say that's horrifying. Okay. It is kind of horrifying. Kina. Okay. Kina, Bridge of Spirits.
Guide is a lonely one.
Now let's settle in for a stylish new look at Deathloop, a PS5 first-person shooter developed by the team at Arcane.
What?
You'll never, ever break this loop.
There's no never here. Just you, me, and the rest of these maniacs.
I like the idea of Deathloop more than the idea of me buying Deathloop.
Frank's matinee.
If that makes any sense.
Goes out to the handsome asshole trying
I love Arcane Studios. I love the design idea.
ready to dance. Are you?
But if this game is always online, I'm not buying it. Because all it takes is this game not selling well, and they will take the servers down and you will never be able to play it again if it's always online. And as amazing as Arcane games are, they typically don't sell very well. I find it really funny that after that 1 year where Bethesda was like, oh yeah, we care about single player, we're going to save single player and all that stuff because of what EA was doing, EA and Activision. All of a sudden, most of their releases that they've had for the last 2-3 years have been online only.
Song's over, people, and so is Ramblin' Frank. The rest of you
Except for Doom and Wolfenstein, I guess. Arcane, I love you. But if this is online, I'm not buying it. If it's online only, I mean.
Before we leave, how about a huge update for one of 2020's most celebrated games?
Episode 2? Final Fantasy 7 Episode 2? No, they're probably just going to tell us what features are enabled on PS5.
Come on, let's push it past the red line! Now it's my turn!
Doesn't this look so much better on the PlayStation 5, you guys? All this sped up footage? All these sped up cinematics?
A touching reunion.
Well, guys, your girl finally made it to Midgar.
Episode Yuffie?
My name is Yuffie, Materia Hunter and Elite Special Forces operative for the new Wutai government. We'll prove to our common enemy that Wutai is not to be trifled with. Members of Avalanche, we got this.
I'm back.
Ah, there you are. Someone's been expecting you. What took you?
I love how, as opposed to the original Final Fantasy VII, Wu-Tai actually is trying to amount to the plot in this remake.
He will be okay though, right?
Well, of course he will.
They're the ones who blew up the reactors. Cool. Should we say hi?
No, better not. After what they've done, you gotta assume Shinra's on their tail.
Look, a Moogle.
What's happening? This is a content update coming to Final Fantasy VII Remake. It seems to be a standalone episode following Yuffie before you recruit her. I really hated the original Final Fantasy VII. What I've played of the remake, I love it. The characters and the story are a lot more fleshed out. The game doesn't look like absolute ass, so I know what I'm looking at when I'm playing it. Yeah, Final Fantasy VII, the original, was just a tad overrated. It's almost like there was nothing to that game at all.
They deserve what's coming to them.
Yeah, they do, but I'm not your sister.
There you are.
Who are these
I wouldn't say that Final Fantasy VII really did anything new for Final Fantasy as a series. It just made it look prettier, in air quotes, because honestly, that was ugly 3D.
Get down here, Merc.
Now they're going to show off the PlayStation 5 specific features. Oh man, that looks so different. Look at that slightly higher clarity. Slightly smoother frame rate. This is such a difference, you guys. You definitely needed to slide between the two consoles. I can tell such a huge difference. They just added some J.J. Abrams lens flare and changed how the lighting is slightly in a few scenes. And honestly, look, I like ray tracing. From a development standpoint, it makes games easier to develop because you don't have to pre-bake in the lighting. But when you're showing a video of ray tracing, it's not impressive, because it just looks like the baked-in lighting you put in originally. Oh man, you can do photo mode. I thought you could do that in the original game.
Wait, what?
Episode Yuffie. I'm actually super interested in that, because from what I remember of the original game, Yuffie had like nothing.
You see that?
That's how ninjas do it.
I think she was completely optional anyway. Everyone's just gonna take pics of Tifa's tits. It's sad, but you know it's true. Oh good, free upgrade to the PS5 version. That's what every game on the PS4 should be doing. To PS5.
That
Almost
was
like the
reveal of
PS5 is
Final
fully
Fantasy
backwards
VII
compatible to the
Remake
PS4
Intergrade,
or something.
Coming to the PS5 console later this year. And that's our show. We hope you're as excited as we are for what's to come in 2021. See you next time.
Okay. Well, that was the state of play. Again, I wasn't expecting anything mind-blowing. Honestly, I don't really care that much about the new games coming out until I can get a PlayStation 5, which is the most important thing. Sony, can you make more PlayStation 5s? Can you make it so people can actually buy them? Can you make them readily available to people so that they can play Demon's Souls Remake? So that they can play all these new PlayStation 5 games? Because otherwise, we're not going to care about PlayStation 5. Honestly, the best thing that they could have done in this state of play would have been just being like, we're going to announce all of our PlayStation exclusives are coming to PC. Because more people have good PCs right now than have PlayStation 5s. Anyway, about to switch on over to System Shock, the remake final demo. The System Shock. Shirk. Love me some System Shock. I do too. I backed the remake. So as soon as the game launches, I'm going to get it, and I'm going to be getting System Shock 2 remastered as soon as that launches as a backer bonus. And it's not showing up as a window. Let's see if we can game capture it.